Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, this should be recording now. Let me see here. Just gonna do something to sync the audio real quick. Okay, so this is my project so far. Really all of the coding changes that I've made thus far have been in the glview_new_module.cpp file. I've added a 3D model. I don't know where it wound up over here, but if I go to my actual directory thing, oh, actually, you probably can't see that, can you? Because Windows Screen Recorder is bad. Alright, basically I added a 3D model of a lobster. It came with a texture and a little file that I think helps to bind the texture to the model. So those have been added to the appropriate subdirectory, and if I can find my code here, yeah, you can see that I am calling the model here. I'm setting its position and rotating it around the Z and X axes so that it faces the user when the game is turned on. I named it Larry for reasons. There's some more generic code here. Most of this is pretty heavily based off of the code that's available in a different file in here somewhere. I can't remember which one exactly, but basically I just retooled it very slightly to make the lobster work. Down here, this is where I tried to get creative and couldn't quite make it work in time, unfortunately, so this is rather unfinished, but it doesn't seem to be interfering with anything. The code still compiles just fine, it works fine. It's supposed to turn the lobster invisible if the user pushes a key, but unfortunately, like I said, it just isn't working for some reason. I think my code just there's something about it. It just doesn't like getting keyboard inputs, which I will show you in an example in a second here. But I may need to do something with the screen recording because I think the way Windows does screen recordings, it only focuses on one app. So let me see here. Okay, we should be back now. Let me just sync the audio again. Alright, so here you can see the compiled game. There's not a lot in it right now. You can see the lobster. You can see it has the texture. When I originally set this up, I was having some issues getting the skin to load, so I put in some default values to just color it red, but I grayed those out in the code. So now it's just the skin that's loaded. And I am pushing keys right now, and it's not really registering it, I don't think. Yeah, there's no reaction, so definitely that code is not doing what it's supposed to do, and that's something I'll have to revisit later on. I know that in here you're supposed to do something like nav enable keyboard or something like that, but even when I do that, it still is not getting anything. So that's unfortunate, but I did run out of time, so that's something that I will be continuing to work on in my free time. Let me see here. Yeah, you can see the keys down thing is getting the value, so it is registering it. So, yeah, like I said, that's something I'll have to troubleshoot on my own time in the future. But that is basically summing up what I've done so far. It's not a whole lot, unfortunately, but it did take a little more time than I expected just to get the skin working with the lobster. Originally, I didn't download the file that binds the skin to the model, and I was trying to make it work purely with C++ code, and that was not going super well. But yeah, that I think concludes my presentation. Please let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I don't know what they would be about because, like I said, there's just not a whole lot going on in here right now. And yeah, that's all. Thank you.